Hi, Logan Boushell here with DVU Sports Net. I'm joined today by head track and field coach Dylan Bennett to talk about the upcoming Middle Atlantic Conference Outdoor Track and Field Championships this Thursday, May 1st through Saturday, May 3rd, hosted at York College. Dylan, headed into the outdoor season, what were your focuses as a team and how have the goals you set played out so far?
Some of the big focuses for us this outdoor season were definitely our relays. We have, a really solid group, especially on the men's side in our 400 relay, in our 4x1. They've done a really great job. We also have a lot of depth this season on that men's side. So just kind of focusing on, building up from the ground up. Last guy to the first guy, how do we get them into the conference meet, and then what can they do, best to help us score some points.
Awesome. And like you mentioned, you have some more depth in your roster this year than in years past. We have seen some athletes competing in events that they maybe hadn't before. What has that been like?
It's been good. I know a lot of our athletes were, willing to try new things this semester and this season. Just kind of helping, build up, a program that, has been on the rise for the past couple of years. So, trying some new things, really just kind of buying into the process. It's been great. And, with that depth, you're able to add some people to some relays and a lot of different aspects, different leaders, different things like that. So it's really helped the program grow for sure.
Awesome. And then on the women's side this season, your sprints have been really strong. What should we expect to see from them in the upcoming championship?
I expect a lot from our sprints, especially on the women's side. Grace Kane, somebody who has been a top 5 finisher her entire career, both indoor and outdoor. So, we'd love to see her continue that. She's been close to a handful of school records this year, a couple of which are hers to begin with. So it'd be nice to see her break those. Zariah, moving into that 400 hurdle space, the 400 open. Somebody, again, who's ranked top 10 in the conference in those two events. So we'd love to see some points from that. And Emma East kind of taking the shift from the 400 to the 800. I think she's got a really good chance of scoring points too.
Awesome. And then on the men's side, your 4x400 relay has been a standout. Recently, the group that broke their season best by 3 seconds at Penn Relays. What can we expect from them heading into the championships?
I think you can expect a lot from them. They're hungry. Penn Relays, it was a great experience for them after sitting it out last season, just with some injuries. So, they were very hungry going to Penn Relays. You got to see a couple of teams from our conference, in the same heat as us, So it kind of gave us some new ideas as far as what we want to do with our lineup, what we want to do as far as their open events going into the weekend. So I think you're going to see some nice things out of the 4x4 for the men.
Awesome. And then what is your team's focus as you move into the weekend? And then what is the key messaging you've been telling them as you lead up to it?
Focus for us is kind of control what you can control. Championship meet, anything can happen. So if you go out, you run your race, don't worry about those around you. Focus on what you can control. Focus on your training, really, work on rehabbing your body this week. That's something that we've been focusing on, and that's kind of been the messaging all season then as well. Is kind of, control what you can control, focus on the things off the track that can make you better on the track. So I expect some nice things out of this weekend. I'd love to see, a top 8 finish for us. I think it's definitely doable. Got some favorable lane draws, got some favorable matchups. Both on the track and in the field events. So I'm very excited for this weekend. I know our student athletes are too.
That's awesome. Well, thank you for your time. I'm Logan Boushell with DVU Sports Net, and we'll see you at the championships.